Hey guys, MN22 here. Gonna give you some Space Marine Army Doctrine tips and recommendations. I started out with Pin, which is rather nice, so lets Devastators use their heavy bolters and mobilize targets. That could be infantry or vehicles. I also got rapid drop pods because, well, drop pods are amazing. They allow you to, essentially they're another factory or barracks. They let you build another unit queue. And then I got Tip of the Spear because I like to play defensively a little bit, but listening for outposts, being able to reinforce my and allied squads with, as well as heal elite units. Now let's go through all of them. Blind grenades are good. They really are. They essentially make enemy infantry useless for a short time, and you can mop them up. Fire on the move? No. This is not worth an Army Doctrine, I don't think. This isn't even worth the skulls. Oh, it's not worth skulls. Still, it's not worth the Army Doctrine. Shield wall? Gains shield if they've been stationary. Refrigeration. This is decent, but you'd have to be going. Well, obviously, you'd have to be going Devastator Marine heavy. Terminators, Assault Terminators Command Frag Grenade? Yes, that's good. Because that gives regular Tactical Marines the ability to throw frag grenades, which do a lot of damage and knockback. If anything, it's good crowd control. Hidden. Snipers that remain stationary again. In still refrigeration against stealth that persisted in the that's extremely specific, so no, that's not really good. Tireless, increased speed when not in combat. You'd have to go infantry heavy. Like, that's not sustainable. It doesn't really matter because most, like, if you're trying to run away, it's not very good because most of the time they're gonna bog you down. But it's fast though, dang. And it's only not in combat, so you can't use it to run away actually. I don't think it's worth it. Scout Strike. Stealth, they do bonus damage on their attack. Yeah, that'd be good. You have to be pushing early though, otherwise it's not good. Like, you might have to just like mass Scout Marines and then try and win early. Slow death. Tactical Marines flame ability, slows infantry and mobility vehicles. Yes, this is good. This is really good. Because it lets regular Tactical Marines immobilize vehicles and slow infantry. And do a little bit of damage to them too, and it lasts for a decent amount of time. Look at that. Yeah, that lasts for a while. Yeah, that's good. I recommend that. Cover fire. If scout snipers are in stealth or heavy cover, their range attack slow. Not sure. It seems good, but that's specific. Like, most of the time, you're not gonna be fighting near heavy cover or stealth. You'd have to be playing defensively, I guess. Increased rapid movement on stealth to heavy cover. The same thing. It's extremely specific. Most of the time, you're not gonna be in heavy cover or stealth. How high range did I get though? Can I shoot all the way over there? Yeah? Okay, that's probably good on certain maps. I can see that being good on certain maps. You just snipe your enemies with heavy Devastator Marine fire. That'd be nice. Venomable Drill Dance can Assault Leap. Ooh. That's actually really good. Like, as you saw, this makes Assault Marines way stronger. Actually. It's really good. Focus shot. Slow, silence, slow and disables attacks. Yes, this makes Devastators with las cannons way more effective at destroying vehicles. Because each one of them can disable, slower, or essentially disable a vehicle. So yeah, that's good. These two things are good right here. And then let's go on the vehicles and walkers. Whirlwind redeployment. I don't really use Whirlwind, so I wouldn't use this. It's really only to get your Whirlwind out of there. Deals damage, gains temporary increased weapon range and attack. Can stack multiple times. Yeah, it's pretty good. You have to be, of course, going Walker heavy or Predator heavy for it to be really effective. Maximum effectiveness. Fire hard when they're behind enemy lines, increases damage when not near allies in a circle. This is good and bad at the same time, because if they're by themselves they can get picked off easy. It's kind of unnecessary. Yeah, it's kind of unnecessary. Because if they're by themselves they can get picked off easy. Dreadnought's slam ability, create temporary barrier. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I do go Dreadnought heavy anyway, so I'd probably get this. Yeah, and reflect shots. Yeah, that's good. It's essentially Gabriel Angelos' ability, his W. Yeah, that's good. I recommend that. Landspeeder mark. Applies debuff to target. Reveals target for duration. Yeah, this is good. I'd really use it against heavy units like heroes and or elites and vehicles mainly. If it does apply to that, like if it only applies it to infantry units, then that's not as good. But if it applies to the vehicles and elites, then yeah, it's pretty good. Is it? One thing it doesn't say, is it percentage based? Because if it's percentage based, it's even better. Because that's true damage, and it goes to vehicle armor, and doesn't matter how much armor they have or damage resistance they have. That's really good. Hypothetically, doesn't really say, so I wouldn't know. Dreadnought activates slam and heals enough to avoid death. Only triggers once. Yes, I recommend this. If you combine invigorating slam with slam barrier, it's probably decent. Like, I don't know if it's actually worth it, but it wouldn't create it. Wait a minute. Yeah, combined final slam with invigorating slam so that he gets his temporary shield. He gets 2 shields essentially. He heals enough to avoid death and he gets a shield. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's actually worth it though. You'd have to be really, that's essentially late game. Because the late game, or mid to late game, is when you get dreadnoughts. Landspeeder gains a shield that regenerates. Yeah, this is pretty good. If you're going Landspeeder heavy. And Landspeeders are actually really versatile because they can go, they can get multi-meltas that essentially, like, well, obviously they melt vehicles. And this just makes them more efficient. Not more better. Words. Invigorating slam, as I said before, it's really good. If you're going Dreadnought heavy. This ablative armor for Predator, yes, this is also good. You have to be going really late game for this though, because Predators I think are even more late game than Dreadnoughts are. Production structures, listening posts heal you and your allies vehicles in a circle. Vehicles need to be out of combat for a while before they can heal this way. Yeah, that's decent. I already got this one. This is good. I like it. It allows you to it lets you defend your resource points. So if your opponent's being aggressive, you can like defend against that easier. That's why I have that. just for really aggressive pushes. And listening post you build up increased health and do bonus damage. These two are good together, I think. Obviously rapid drop pod's good because it gives you another production queue and does a bit of damage and crowd control. Death Storm pods remain deployed for a longer period of time. Yes, this is good. One of the problem with Death Storm pods though is that they're not very good against they're not as good against vehicles. They're really only good against infantry. But they absolutely shred infantry, as you could see. And reduce the ability cooldown of plant to standard. That's always good. The standard's amazing ability. You should use it whenever you're in. If you're ever gonna stand and fight, use the standard. Essentially. I don't know how. It doesn't give me exact details. Like this is the thing. They want you to use all these different ones and try to be, you know, extremely specific, but then at the same time they don't give you exact details. Like it doesn't tell me what's the exact number of cooldown. It just says reduces ability cooldown. Is it 30 seconds? Is it 60 seconds? I don't know. I can't see that. That's extremely tiny. I can't see that. It's kind of frustrating. Just a little bit though. It's just a minor gripe among. I've already like shown out all my other gripes, to be honest. But yeah, these are my recommendations. There's a lot of good ones, a lot of bad ones, a lot of useless ones. Pen's good. I'm actually gonna replace Pen with. I might replace it with Slow Death, or I might replace it with where is it? Oh, did I ever show overwatch? No, I didn't. Yeah, sniper set watching a circle around the target position. Can build up to 10 charges over time while overwatch is channeling. This is mainly for ambushes. Like you want to get a lot of scout snipers or a lot of hit and run. It's essentially hit and run tactics, really, and ambushes. Yeah, I'd replace Pin with Slow Death or Frag Grenade is always nice. This one's always nice because I like to go Salt Marine heavy. The thing about Dawn of War 3 is that it's reactive. So if you go in your mind, if you have the mindset of I'm gonna use this strategy, well, what if your opponent just like automatically has the doctrines against it? Like you go infantry heavy and then he has a bunch of like these. You go infantry heavy. You try to go early game, and then he has this, which shred through infantry, and then he also has this, which slows infantry, which prevents you from running away, and then he has assault marines, and then he has frag grenades. So you're that's like an all-in though, kind of. Yeah, you'd have to go all in on the early. Go 3 earlies. This is kind of 3 earlies, but not really. That's sustainable. This is sustainable because it's good all game. This is sustainable. I can reinforce. Reinforcing late game doesn't matter as much though, because you mainly want to try to pump out as many vehicles as you can to just crush them. But at the same time, you can't make as many vehicles because you're probably power starved from all your upgrades. So, yeah. Anyway, these are my recommendations. I'm Everman22. Thank you for watching.